Hello YouTube, it's Ben here for Team America 1, coming at you with a new deck profile for this channel. It is a plant deck that I promised you I would be uploading, and I literally just finished uploading this video right here of my updated concert deck. So, yeah, and I said in that video that I will be uploading a plant deck profile almost immediately after, and it turns out almost immediately after I am uploading this deck profile right now. So anyways, I'll just get right into it. I've wanted to build this deck after watching a YouTube video on it, actually, so no, this is not my deck idea. It's actually been done before this person, I believe. Anyways, let's just get right into it, and you'll know what it is if you've seen deck profiles like this before. But for your plant engine, you have double Lone Fire, Dandy, Spore, and pretty much if you don't play this in the plant engine, you're playing the deck wrong. And then I play one Talia, Princess of the Cherry Blossoms, as opposed to Titanial. This card, I don't know, I like Titanial a lot. It's not that I like this card better, I just am testing different things. However, I feel that if I played Titanial, there would be more reason for me to play other cards, I guess, so I don't know. But I guess that's it. And then to top off the plant engine, 3 Gigaplant, and this is a Gigavise deck profile taken almost directly from Jamie the Kid. I've changed it just a little bit, but majority of this deck profile goes credit to him. Honestly, he makes some great decks. I do love the way he deck builds. So yes, this is slightly net decked, but I will leave the Gigaplants aside for you right there, so I can go over combos at a later time. I also run 2 Card Trooper. Milling is good, especially in plants. And Card Trooper has good synergy with Crane Crane, which I play 3 of. I might actually drop this on the 2, I don't know yet, but Crane Crane's good. It makes your lovely melee of the trees. And then it also, Crane Crane has good synergy with the Great Dragon, which can help pump level 7s. And then Redox is your final monster. Jamie the Kid played Gores. I don't have a Gores, and 2, I'm not very fond of Gores, especially with cards that you're playing. So, for spells, Dark Hole and Foolish Burial, those are only one-ofs. You can play one for one if you truly want to. However, 1 for 1, majority of the time is dead, because you're going to just go off first turn with a Spore anyways, making 1 for 1 a completely dead and stupid top deck. So, I play 2 Scapegoat opposed to 1, but Scapegoat is great. It helps you survive. That is really one of the only reasons why I play it, and it can be used as synchro plays if you don't want to do the OTK, which this deck does fairly easily. FTK is also possible, so but yeah, so and then onto some of the most crucial cards in the deck. 3 Supervise, and this is what makes the deck work. The triple Supervise with Gigaplant, making this a Gigavise deck profile. If you guys didn't already know, but Gigavise or Supervise is extremely good. You need it to make the combo work, and I will show you a combo video after this, or put it all in one. So this might actually be a really long video, you guys, of description and whatnot. But Gigaplant is a Gemini monster, if you didn't know, and what Gigaplant does is this card is treated as a normal monster or face up on the field and in the graveyard. While this card is face up on the field, you can normal summon it to have blah 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 once per turn. You can special summon 1 insect or plant type monster from your hand or graveyard, making Gigaplant very good. And what Supervise does is makes it so you can activate his effect. So you equip it, and then you can activate his effect to special summon a plant from your hand or the graveyard. Pretty much is the gist of it. Supervise is also secondary effect is that when it's sent from the field to the graveyard, which means if it falls off due to game mechanic, let's say you synchro XYZ or Gigaplant away, you can special summon 1, or you have to special summon 1 normal monster from your graveyard if possible, which is always going to be your Gigaplant. So you're always going to have this 24 beatstick Earth level 6 plant. which is great. And with multiple copies of Supervise, you can loop and synchro and do fun stuff, and this is what your OTK is based around. So I will also leave Supervise right here. Other clips you play: triple, DDR, or different dimension reincarnation. Discard ones is special summon a banished card, which is extremely powerful. With Spore being the card, and with Redox being the card, DDR becomes really good at pushing for OTKs, and with the card called Mark of the Rose, DDR becomes even better. Mark of the Rose pretty much is a big eye equip, and you activate it by banishing one plant from your graveyard, which would make it good for banishing, like, I don't know, let's say Gigaplant, and then you can DDR that Gigaplant back. You just have massive plus. So, and then for the last 3 spells, triple MST for all the back row hate. Triple MST may be inconsistent, however, I don't care. I like MST. For the traps, 3 Call the Haunted, and this is exactly why I do not play Gores, is because with Call the Haunted being in the field, Gores becomes almost obsolete in my opinion. So, yes, Call the Haunted. Triple Polynosis. People can tell me that I shouldn't play this at 3, but it's a solemn judgment for plants. It's so good, so I feel like you need it at 3. And then 2 Phoenix Wing West and 1 Dust Tornado. And like I explained in my concert deck profile, having that extra back row destruction is good. So that's it for the main deck. For the extra, I don't have a side deck. I do have these lovely tokens, but for the side deck or extra deck, 2 Melee of the Trees. This card is stupid good. If you don't know what it does, it's once per turn you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card, then activate one of these effects. Send 1 plant type monster from your deck to the graveyard, target 1 plant type monster on your field or in your graveyard, and special summon that card in face-up defense position, which is good. So Melee of the Trees, broken card. The only problem is it's 1700 attack, so it dies fairly easy, and it requires 2 level 3 Earths, so that's why Crane is a good card. 1 Ptolemy M7. M7 is, again, you can make it with Gigaplant. It's not hard to make, so good. 1 Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack. You make this card fairly easy with a Redox, with your level 7 synchros, which you make a lot. Actually, that's the core of the OTK, level 7 synchros. You can also make it with a Spore by banishing your Gigaplant. So, there's that. And then for the synchros, you have 1 Formula, 1 Armory Arm, 1 Cataster, 2 Power Tool Dragon, and Power Tool Dragon helps search out the equips, which are really good. So Gigaplant plus Spore equals Power Tool. Your 1 Black Rose, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Stardust Dragon, this is a generic level 10 synchro, Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Trees. It is new from Legacy of the Valiant, and this card, his effect is this face-up card cannot be targeted by card effects except during your main phase 2. So this card's really good for pushing for game. Honestly, if they don't have a Mirror Force, and you know they don't have a Mirror Force, this card is very good at pushing for game. It's like a mini Star Eater, except it can be like compulsed and whatnot, but during the main phase 2, and this card just helps push the OTK beyond limits, and it's generic rank 10, and you can make it with Spore and Gigaplant, which I find very nice. Jamie the Kid did not play this card. I don't think he had access to it, and it hadn't come out yet, but I picked this up, or I pulled it actually. Great card. I actually really like it. 3100 attack too, so it's a big monster. And then finally, your 1 Star Eater, and you can make this with Debris Dragon and whatnot. So that's it for the deck profile itself. Now on to the actual OTK. I'm going to set up a hand right now. So to make the OTK work, you only need 2 cards. You need Supervise, and you need Lone Fire Blossom. And the other cards can be any other card you wish. The only other requirement is you cannot have 2 Gigaplant in hand. If you have 2 Gigaplant in hand with these, you cannot pull the OTK. Or actually, you might be able to, it's just going to be a lot harder. So, if you have discard outlets for the Gigaplant, that is really good. So, however, you can make work with one, but Lone Fire Blossom and Supervise is what you need. And to set up like other cards, let's say you open with a DDR, Crane, Card Trooper, and MST. So right now this would actually be a extremely broken hand. And if you don't know what to do, or let's say they have one back row, this is very situational. I'm just going to go with what I have though. So I would space the back row, and my graveyard will be somewhere over here and whatnot, but actually I'll move this back. But to start the OTK, you go Lone Fire Blossom. So here's the graveyard. If you're going to tribute that to bring out your other Lone Fire, and you're going to tribute that to bring out your Gigaplant. And Gigaplant then will be attached with Supervise. Now you're assuming that you have, or that your opponent doesn't have answers to this, so we're going to assume that. And then you're going to activate Supervise or Gigaplant effect to special summon Lone Fire and tribute off Lone Fire again. This time you're going for Spore. Now there's multiple ways this can happen, and with the DDR in hand, you're honestly really set to go. So you're going to go level 7 into Power Tool, and because Supervise falls off due to game mechanic, its effect will still go off, special summoning another Gigaplant. Now you're going to activate Powerful Dragon's effect by searching out or bringing out that, and either a DDR or a Mark of the Rose. Right now, let's just go Mark of the Rose. So we're going to shuffle these up, and I'm going to show you if you can show an OTK even without your, if you don't get a Supervise here. So you do get a Supervise, that's good. Now you're going to equip it and activate Gigaplant's effect again, bringing back Spore. And you're going to synchro 7. And now 7 will make another Powerful Dragon. Supervise will fall off, and you will bring out another Gigaplant. And now this is your hand as well. You cannot see that. I believe that you can see this. Now you're going to activate the second Powerful Dragon's effect. If they have a monster on field, you're going to want Mark of the Rose, but honestly, I would do this. Since you already have DDR, I would do Supervise, Mark of the Rose, and no, I would do 2 Mark of the Rose and Supervise, because you already do have that DDR. So now you will randomly shuffle this, and if you draw Supervise or another Supervise, you're really set to go, because then OTK potential just skyrocketed beyond belief. So randomly mixing this up, and let's say you get this card, and it is a Supervise. So with this, now OTK becomes almost guaranteed. You can Supervise again, bring back a Lone Fire Blossom this time, and then you will also, let's see here, tribute your Lone Fire for Talia, and then you can banish or Spore, synchro 10 for, what's it called, your Leo, and this will go bye-bye, and Gigaplant will be reincarnated. And then you can overlay, if you do so wish, for Draco Sack, and then activate DDR, pitching Card Trooper, bringing back Lone Fire, sack Lone Fire, and then bring out any plant you want. If you played, like if you wanted, you could bring out a Dandelion in defense position if you really wanted to. It's completely unnecessary though, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. But actually no, you would bring out another Gigaplant. So again, so this is your field. In field, after that, you have a Crane in hand. Draco's deck on field, and if you absolutely needed to, you could overlay for M7 and bounce any monster you needed to. So this is like just the OTK potential with this deck, if you guys didn't know. Hopefully it made sense for you guys. I do really like this deck. It's one of the most fun decks I've ever played. So it's very combo oriented, however, so you do need the right combo pieces at the right time. And next turn, even if a Gigavise or Talia or whatever dies, you just crank into melee and bring it right back if you really wanted to. So again, pluses for days. So again, if you wanted to total this up, 24, 24, 26, 31, and 28 for total damage. But yeah, so like I said, this is the deck profile and combo video. So again, hopefully you guys really like this video and like the deck. Give it a try if you can. If you don't want to like go out and buy all of these expensive cards, which I actually don't even have, proxying some of them, just go on DN and play the deck. It is so fun, and you'll love it and want to build it like I did. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry if this was a long video. I do apologize for that, but like I said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.